Hello guys, on this day I was researching a lot on a topic how actually are great products built it. How did Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Larry Page work to build? Have these guys work? How did they build things that was so amazing that people fell in love with it? I had research in uh, about all of them, the great founders. How did they work? How did they build it? What were their strategies, and I have found out something common in between all of them, and these points are amazing and extremely powerful, and I think any of one who is founder uh, must follow this approach, so he may reach the exact quality of product he want. So let's get started. So what most of us think is uh, we have an eureka moment where we got an idea. Yes, this is an idea. Uh, we can bring it to engineers and they will work for it. We will give it to users and we will know. But in reality, things do not work like it. Uh, what we see is our imagination normally psychologically does not consist of that number of dimension, the complexity the work actually have. Our imagination um, uh, our imagination um, means our main aim should be to fit our imagination in the reality, to diversify our product, to modify our product, our imagination, in fact our imagination in such a way that it should be fitted in the reality. The magic happens there, what we actually think and what the reality is. If the reality demands something slightly different and our imagination is slightly different, then we should clear out the difference and magic happen at that point, and that is the point. Um, so let's talk on a stepwise process, what these guys actually perform stepwise. So what I found that is, while solving a problem, uh, we and, they don't just sit in a conference room with whiteboard and try to force a good idea. No, no, that's not the thing they actually do. Um, what actually done while solving a problem and building a solution is, creativity is important element, and how the creativity used is, first of all we understand the history of the of the pain, the how the pain is developed, on which how on what we are trying to build a solution, to understand the history, to understand the uh, agony, deep pain, uh, to understand understand the art, what actually people want, uh, and connecting those things, and then connecting those things, the pain, what actually the history says, understanding those things, getting clarity out of them, and connecting these will actually help in building a solution, and how these guys actually have used connecting things, and then more modifying solution. So now talking on the step two, building an ugly prototype. What ugly prototype meaning is that, what I personally have faced is, you don't need to be a perfect build a perfect MVP. No, the UI may be ugly. It's enough. But the main but the main idea of prototype, that the feature you want to launch, the idea you want to launch must get performed through your MVP. The main feature of your MVP, or what we can say any product, must be available. in initial days. uh, because in initial days it's very important for us to get the things right, to get the thing wrong at very initial point. So it may it may help it may help in categorizing the thing that uh, these things are working, this feature is working. It also increases pace, ugly prototyping, but no need to worry about more about UI. You must build up a prototype immediately. It doesn't matter if it should held by duct tape, wire, or a rough line of code. It just has to be tangible. You need something you can interact with. You can look at and say, This feels right. Uh, this feels right," and you can go with it. You don't need to be exactly perfect with that database, and there is nothing made of that. So talking about step 3, uh, ruthless editing. After we deploy our MVP, what we see is, uh, we have to take feedback. We have to take feedback from our users, what actually uh, they are they are what actually they do like from our product. This is where most people fail. As an idea evolve, the process become incredibly messy. You learn that technology doesn't quite work that the way, or the user doesn't actually want that feature. This is where you must apply a ruthless focus. You will be tempted to add feature, to compromise, to make it do everything. You have to be willing to look at a feature you have worked on, realized. You have to be extremely detached from your feature. If it's not working, if people are not liking on it, then throw it away. Simply, what people do like in your MVP, focus on that. Focus on that. Get the feedback of them. So step 4. Uh, so sweating in details execution. So it's very important. What we see is demand perfection even in uh, unseen areas. When you are a carpenter making beautiful chest of drawers, you are not going to use piece of plywood on the back, even though it faces the wall and nobody will ever see it. Um, means it may happen that people won't see the background, the back end you are working on, but work on it. Work on it. What after the face, after the feedback, just to make the feature what people are liking, uh, more efficient. You have to work on millisecond of what we can say, microscopic details on what they are liking, uh, their interaction. For this, for if anyone building digital MVP, Posthog is really a better tool for uh, looking at customer interaction. It's marvelous tool. So again, coming to the topic, you must see minimum to minimum detail how the product greets our user, and how those things, uh, these minimum things what will these minimum things is these minimum things will help a lot. And then step 5, real artistry. So what we see is, what we see finally is a product doesn't exist until the user have it. So if you fear from inside that it's not what I want, or it's not that perfect, let it be. Just deploy it. Let it be. Just deploy it. Just show it to people. Let them let them judge it, break it, but just deploy it. So in order you can analyze what's making the difference, what's actually working, what's not. So what the ultimate takeaway in this what we can say era of AI. We can say there are a lot of ideas. There are a lot of ideas across every minds of people. People do have a lot of idea, and AI help to execute them better. What AI helps them to code better. AI helps them to answer, to research better. So, what the key takeaway is, ideas are easy, execution is everything. Everyone will have the same resources as in the AI era. Everyone will have uh, coding, um, coding knowledge. Everyone will have uh, what ideas, but the difference will be made by the execution. Those who will execute will succeed. So, thank you.